Congratulations! You've been appointed as an arbitrator. The Maricopa County Superior Court Arbitration Program is mandatory for disputes valued at $50,000 or less, where no party seeks relief other than a money judgment. In these cases, the court appoints an arbitrator to decide the case and any award. Arbitrators are practicing lawyers with at least 4 years of experience. Many arbitrators serve without having a background in litigation, the rules of evidence, or the court process. Fortunately, the Arizona Rules of Civil Procedure provide a framework for how arbitration cases are managed. The duties of an arbitrator are set forth in Rules 72 through 77 of the Arizona Rules of Civil Procedure. You may be thinking to yourself, why was I appointed? Back in 1971, the Arizona legislature enacted a statute which authorized the counties to adopt local rules requiring parties to submit a dispute to binding arbitration where the amount in controversy was $3,000 or less. Over time, the statute was amended and the Arizona Supreme Court adopted rules of civil procedure that govern mandatory arbitration. The Maricopa County Superior Court receives updated attorney information on a regular basis from the Arizona State Bar. We use this information to make the appointments based on eligibility. In some cases, you will not be eligible to serve because you've moved out of state, are retired, or other factors. You may also determine that you have a conflict that prevents you from presiding over a case. For example, you may represent one of the parties in another case or perhaps have a relationship with one of the parties. Don't worry. Rule 73 provides an opportunity to ask to be reassigned or removed from a case if appropriate. Rule 73 allows for an arbitrator to be disqualified if the arbitrator has an ethical conflict of interest or if other good cause exists under ARS Title 12, Section 409, or Title 21, Section 211. You may also be excused if you show that you've completed contested hearings and ruled as an arbitrator in 2 or more actions assigned during the current year. If you need to ask for recusal or reassignment, you'll need to file a motion with the assigned judge and explain why you're unable to serve. The assigned judge or the presiding judge will consider and address your request. If you're removed from the case, you'll be assigned to the next available case. You may be wondering, what is my role as an arbitrator? The arbitrator basically steps into the role of the judge for the purpose of managing the arbitration process and hearing. Arbitrators are similar to jurors in a jury trial or a judge in a trial to the bench because they are the fact finders in mandatory arbitration cases. Arbitrators review exhibits, listen to testimony, consider arguments presented by the lawyers or self-represented litigants, and ultimately make a decision as to which party should prevail. The arbitrator also determines the amount of any damages and attorney's fees to be awarded to a prevailing party. What if the parties disagree with your decision? A party who is not satisfied with an arbitration decision has the ability to appeal an award within certain deadlines and is entitled to a bench or jury trial and further appeal if appropriate. The appealing party must deposit a sum equal to 1 hearing day's compensation to the arbitrator or 10% of the amount in controversy, whichever is less. If a party appeals and the judgment on the trial de novo is not at least 23% more favorable than the monetary relief or other type of relief granted by the arbitration award, the court must order that the deposit on appeal be used to pay any compensation paid to the arbitrator, taxable costs, and reasonable attorney's fees for the appellee determined by the trial judge for services necessitated by the appeal, or reasonable expert witness fees incurred by the appellee in connection with the appeal. If no party appeals the arbitration award, the decision will become final and binding on the parties. The Superior Court of Arizona in Maricopa County manages approximately 12,000 arbitration cases each year. The court appoints approximately 3,500 arbitrators each year to preside over mandatory arbitration cases. Of these cases, approximately 145, or approximately 4.5%, are appealed to the Superior Court, where they are eligible for a trial de novo, or a new trial. The mandatory arbitration program allows the court to address the significant need for speedy resolution in a low-cost and efficient manner. The program works because lawyers like you fulfill their role as arbitrators with professionalism. Whether you're newly eligible to serve as an arbitrator with 4 years of practice in Arizona, or a seasoned attorney with no litigation experience, this series of videos will provide you with the necessary information and instructions to allow you to be successful in completing your assignment. Select the next video titled, Chapter 2, What to Do When Appointed. We recommend new arbitrators follow the chapters in sequence, but feel free to select the appropriate video you need from the chapter list.